So anyway, I was just about over. I was traveling.
4th of July. On board. 2024. Get on the fast train to Paris. Hopefully we're on the high-speed train. We're getting seated. We're just about to leave the station. He looks like a conductor that might give the go signal when he sees everything clear, so I'll keep an eye on him. Our fantastic guide, Teresa, has given us all Madeleines. Well, it has a chocolate, of course, and I have a regular. We even have a USB charger on board. Putting the baggage on right now. I hope we're not going backwards the whole way.
We'll be.
You might have to, oh really? Thought you might have to change tracks or something. There's the river. We were parked by this bridge over here on the ship. Smooth ride so far. Going kind of slow. We're just getting into the suburbs, Lyon, on our way to Paris. All right, we're gonna move, we're gonna groove. There's glimpses of a river between these trees. Maybe not so much now. We had office buildings besides this about 5 minutes ago. Now we just see fields and nothing else. As you can see, corn or whatever out there. Okay, we're getting cranked up now. Probably doing 90 miles an hour now. We just saw a small town, probably 50 to 70 people. Really small, no franchises or gas stations or anything anywhere near it. Came on the upper deck of the train, shooting a different angle, getting some better shots. Until now, doesn't look like Paris to me. Slow it down. Get close to Paris.
Our afternoon activities. We are headed to the Bateau Mouche, and I think you might have heard me mention Mr. Mouche. Actually, the Bateau Mouche were created in Lyon. They were originally created for the World's Fair, and then a gentleman decided that they would make a great tourist attraction, and so he bought some old boats, and he started doing tourism on the Seine. Very fortuitous for Lyon. The other thing that was really interesting, we didn't talk a lot about the medieval fairs, but the king, particularly, remember I talked about the king that representing money. And they were sitting on benches, as I said. And what do we call a bench in French? A banc. And so they were called des banquiers. We'll be seeing a lot of Olympic.
Oh, can you see it?
Yeah, I see him.
It's a center, a concert center. Right? This is Bercy. It's a very renowned concert center.
Oh, there's
it has a
many
lot
rooms.
of it has good
Yeah.
acoustics. So as you look at the Olympic program, you will hear about where things are being held, and we'll pass some places where we already know where they're being held. I think archery will pass by there. So I don't know if you're interested in extremely expensive Monoprix, which we'll point out on our walk tomorrow morning, and I'll show you the direction tonight. Is a affordable little grocery shop store that has other kinds of goods like clothing. That's kind of we're still in the Bercy area, and I think they've given it a facelift because neither of us recognized exactly what it was.
That's good.
Normally we would, and so I think they've given it a facelift. It's restaurants and a walking zone.
Low bridge.
So our metros here go overground and underground, and also they're starting to put in some driverless ones like we saw in Lyon, the metro that we took.
Notre Dame.
Okay, Jardin des Plantes, that's what I was looking for over there. I see a few carousels as well. So in the Jardin des Plantes, they will be having some of the Olympic events as well. Apparently that's to the left also is a museum, an Institut du Monde Arabe. That's just on the left. All of these little green boxes on the right, those are the book stands, what we call the bouquiniste, and they actually protested too. This is fun, but they said, hey, it's not fair that you're asking us to close for the Olympics, and we earn our living selling books, and if you do that to us, it's not just. And so it went on for several months, but the government finally agreed along here.
It's the scaffolding of the Notre Dame, renovations since the fire.
They're at what stage in the restoration, and so it's very informative if you'd like to come over and take a look.
Amazing.
Flying
It's amazing. It looks
buttresses.
like they still have so much
We learned
left to
about
do.
them in college. The quick
It's been
architecture
heartwarming
class. Miss Rosette's window.
We can see that you can walk down and walk along the
Oh
quay.
boy, the
Not
Popo.
necessarily
There's some kind of
all
crowd over there in the
length,
in a
depending on
stadium
where you
type
are.
thing there. Some stands.
The road on our left is part of the Compostelle
Oh yeah,
Saint-Jacques
maybe
Trail,
some ashes.
and it will take you
From a
all the
big
way
fire.
to Spain. So
Wow.
many people here take part of their vacation a week or 2 weeks every year, and they actually walk a part of the Compostelle Trail, and it could be done with friends or family or alone. Souvenirs.
Booksellers. Got that nice and shiny and
Pretty
gold.
brave on their part to be right on the street next to the bookstores, booksellers.
Got that nice and shiny and
Pretty
gold.
brave on their part to be right on the street next to the bookstores, booksellers. Fountain, statue monument built into the rock. You can see some nice statues built into the building on our right. I think that was a Seine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gucci advertising. So we see two or three big billboards. So there are a lot of laws around advertising. We heard Lionel say yesterday that French radio stations have to play at least 30% French songs. To be very honest, they play a lot of those songs at night. Not during
Oh no. I can't see the horses though.
it's an island. Okay, so early on, of course, the cité, the island, was the city, and it wasn't what we call Paris today. It was actually that was the city, right in that little island. Stories have it that I don't know how many years could pass if we could put out all of the works of art of the Louvre. They have many stored in basements and even in other places. That's why they've started these little satellite Louvre, like in Abu Dhabi.
And it keeps going
So it's
and going and
useful to
going.
have a map
Like
when you go
the
in, or a guide
Energizer Bunny.
to orient
Wow.
you, because it's way too big to see
Yeah.
a day, maybe even a week. On the right, Cheval en Majesté. So I don't know where that is. I can't read quickly enough. It's at Château de Versailles. So there's some type of special exhibit at Versailles Palace.
We went there when we were here last time.
On our left, you might
Sometime in
also
the 90s, I
recognize the
think.
Musée d'Orsay, and you have a very special Impressionist exhibit happening right now. We already have a lot of Impressionist works. It's one of my favorite museums. So right here at the Musée d'Orsay, it's RERC. There are some other ways to access it as well, obviously buses and metro. It's very accessible. And Paris, 1874, the invention of Impressionism. Now, if I told you about an article I read in The Economist many, many years ago, and it was talking about what is the difference between creativity and innovation. And they used the example of Monet and paints and paintbrushes, and they said that Monet would not have been able to be so creative had there not been at the exact same time some innovations in paint and in paintbrushes.
That's true.
So in paint that
Very
wouldn't
true.
dry out quickly as people painted outside, and particularly as they painted over or continuously when painting. So for instance, his haystacks, he painted them a little bit each day depending on the sunlight. Probably they asked some of these barges to move. If a barge has a motor, they have to move the boat at least once a year. Place la Concorde on the other side, you can see it from a distance, the pyramid, not the pyramid, the column. Okay, right there on the right. Okay, Assemblée Nationale on the left. Please take special note of that. Look at those colored Olympic figures. And of course, that is where the 577 national delegates work when they're in Paris. The Pont d'Alexandra, so the Alexandra Bridge, and on our left we'll see Les Invalides, and of course that's where many of our very famous people are buried. And I have to say that when I went, I was a little disappointed that big building on the right is the Grand Palais. And they have a lot of special expositions, exhibits, and it was renowned, particularly at one point, for having horse shows.
All these barriers ready to be put up to funnel people, keep them off the streets, that kind of thing.
Before and
And our
after.
first glimpse of the Eiffel Tower.
The setup is
Another block, another palace. Let them eat cake.
Coming on our left is something that may touch your heart. It was the first American church built outside the United States. It's a lovely church. Unfortunately, I don't live close to it, or I might go more frequently. But they have beautiful Christmas concerts in December, and you have to buy tickets well ahead in order to have a seat. It's hidden behind the trees, but it's coming on our left.
Beautiful. There's
So look at the Tour Eiffel and a very famous Russian church.
They
on the
got
left.
their domes
There are a lot
all
of Russians.
polished.
He's a very famous pastry maker. Remember, he's one of the people that actually, well, he's a famous pâtissier, a famous chocolate maker and a pastry shop. And
Polishing
the
up
goods,
everything
everything's
here.
safe. Your coats, your
Olympics.
bags. I'm not sure there's much to buy on the boat, the Bateau Mouche. And we'll wait just a minute till the other bus arrives, and then we're going to walk across this, very quickly across this bicycle path.